Happy Friday! You read the title of this video. You know what's up. I said I was gonna make another video because I want to talk about that other issue first. Uh, but we got to talk about this one. We got to talk about it. Racism is back on the menu. It's back in business. It's back in. It's back in style. It's back in vogue. It's stylish. It's fashionable to be racist, my guy. You gotta be racist. Girls ain't gonna like you if you're like this like soy boy. If you're like this wannabe philanthropist like Hassan, you wanna like appeal to like everybody. You like all races, all ethnicities, except inside your house and shit, or around you, or your friends, or at your wedding, right? This shit is just like, yeah, I like these ethnicities, these cultures at an arm's distance and shit, like a fucking 9 foot pole or some shit like that. I like this. I like this race with a 9 foot pole between us. There's nothing that could come between us except for this 9 foot pole. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Mudahar. Okay, I just gotta throw this out there. I find it so fucking cringe that Hassan decides to jab at Mudahar. And I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. You're Canadian, you got this fucking gigantic target on your back, you're, you just lied about your credentials somewhat. Okay. What's the other one? You might be homosexual. That's none of my business, but like you're airing out the laundry, or somebody else did it for you. It's weird. So you said this, but it was like a while back ago, and then somebody just comes out and like brings it up, and I find this like, so why is it that, right? And I know I spoke about this on a previous video, and I said, okay, maybe because it was because of that thumbnail and Hassan's obsession with Asmongold, because he does, again, copy his talking points almost verbatim. Like he says, from the jump, spawn camp. Like spawn camp is something I haven't exactly exclusively heard from Asmongold, but I probably heard it from him a lot. Like so much so that I would associate like him with that phrase, spawn camping, right? Like obviously maybe it's like a young person term, and yeah, or a video game like an MMO term, right? So I'm just like, look at the games I play. Armor Core over here. Asmongold, get on my level. Come to S rank. On the plate. Never mind. I said PlayStation. You should see him like shaking his head right now. He's like, "What did you just say to me, boy?" I'm from Texas. This boy ain't right. Tell me to play this Japanese video game console. You don't have enough RAM or video memory or CPU. Oh man, but for real, what the fuck was I talking about? Okay, so like, Hassan like can't get his dick off of dick out of Asmongold's career. He's got to stick his dick in there, try to fuck with him constantly. And then like, what does he say? He makes the analogy between Andrew Tate and Asmongold. Like, dog, come on, who would win in a fight? Like seriously, come on. You know Andrew Tate would win in a fight. Okay? It's not just because, oh, he's a professional foot boxer, blah, blah, blah. No, it's because Asmongold is the antithesis, and blah, 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 blah. He's the opposite of you. Okay? You're this stupid kid who's rich and privileged, and nobody likes you, and everything's artificial. Like you can't like. It's funny too how Asmongold says he has the same what is it, agents, whatever, for the marketing and all that YouTube shit. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I did not know that. So that's probably why they know each other so well. Like, they're antiquated with each other. Because it's like, imagine you both have this exact same, company, getting you like the top of the line advertisements and all the money and stuff. And you're getting dusted by a guy with like, who plays video games all day. He had, you know, um, hygiene problems, whatever. And like, to be fair, like Asmund is a pretty smart guy. I wouldn't put it by me that he's just playing it up for the camera, just to like maintain his like core audience and like gain additional viewership. Because like Hassan, dog, have you seen the way you look and dress? Like I think like the biggest issue with Hassan isn't like his bullshit that he says, it's the way that he looks, and then you add on the bullshit that he says, and it just makes it so much worse. So it's like, okay, you could expect like any fucking punk ass kid, any like, college grad, trying to impress the ladies and shit, to say and do the shit that Hassan does, right? But when you see Hassan, you take a step back and you look at him. Like first of all, he has those like fucking ingrown, like inbred eyes and shit. Like the product of inbreeding. He reminds me of like that fucking TV show Herbert or something. There's a guy with like the fucking eyes. He's like stuck inside of his head. But like the thing that really pisses me off. This doesn't piss me off. It's like it always makes me question. It's like, Hassan, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, do you know what a mirror is? Like, look in that mirror. Okay? You can't, no matter how hard you try, shave off those fucking sideburns you got. So you got two options. Two. Alright? One is you shave them off completely, but you're gonna get your fucking 5 o'clock gray ass shadow, my guy. It's white actually. Fucking white sideburns. White o'clock. White o'clock. What time is it? It's white o'clock. Yo, what was that? Salt and pepper? No amount of salt and pepper is gonna save you because you're fucking Arab ass, you're fucking Turkish bitch ass. It's so fucking hairy and shit. You guys are fucking making hair like a fucking, what do you call it? A rodent and shit. You guys are fucking nasty and stuff. You'll never get rid of those fucking sideburns you got, my guy. Like your hair transplant is one thing. Like we all look at your hair, it's like the fakest thing, the fucking most retarded thing you've ever seen in your entire life. Because dog, I'm 40 years old. I have tons of gray hairs, right, all throughout my hair. Actually, some of my barbers think because my hair looks like, because I straighten it and like I keep it well, they think that I actually dyed my hair. And I'm like, no, I'm trying to actually look older. Everybody always mistakes me for like a younger person, which I hate. Like I hate getting approached by like, younger women. Not so much that I have something against that. It's just like, oh shit, dude, I don't look my age. Fuck, I hate it. I hate this. This is the bullshit I've been going through my whole life. But that's not me. I'm talking about you. Your fucking sideburns are, you're toast. You're finished. And how are you gonna equate as in gold to Andrew Tate? And I know I said this in the last video. I'm gonna say it again. Like the hell, you know what you're doing. You're trying to throw shade on the man because you think that he is this undesirable person. So if he's so undesirable, exactly how does he explain his YouTube channel? All that you can't, and you know it's organic, right? Like I came to his channel. I actually heard about him from Romanian TV because he used to like gush about him and stuff. But it wasn't until he started taking, giving his political takes and like, watching, some weird ass shit. Like he basically became my new version of live leaks, if you will, without the violence and like, death and shit. Although maybe some people die, maybe not. No, no. As in gold, completely complies and abides by, YouTube community guidelines. I in no way, shape, or form am a representative of as in gold. Gotta throw out all these disclaimers because racism is back. It is back, baby. What's that you say? Don't be racist? Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. Oh man, it is so back. It is so back. And you know what? Black people have been taking the throne of getting insulted for way too long. I am sick and tired of the racist black stereotypes. And like, dog, it's old. Nobody cares. We all heard it before. No, everybody knows why black people do the things that they do. Okay. Number one, they're disenfranchised. Number two, a lot of them don't have a bloodline that goes back, a generation or two. Like they're products of the unfortunate realization that the world was colonized and they were used to help do that, facilitate that. And that's why. Okay? But who are you gonna laugh at? What are we gonna do? Oh, I know. We got plenty to laugh at. We got the Muslims and we got the Sikhs. Yeah. I busted out this big ass coffee mug right now. Oh, I got a message. Oh shit. All right, I gotta pause this video. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with the magic of my Share Factory editing software. So as I was saying, right? So we got it back in fashion. We got it back. So when before I was born, I know I said this like in one of my previous videos, like the Sikhs carry out this terrorist attack on an Air Canada flight, I think in London, Ontario, if not London, UK. I'm a little like sketchy and vague on the details. All I know is like if you want to know why 9/11 happened, Sikhism, Khalistan, or basically like both of these people, right? They want the prize, the guri guri, which is their word in Punjabi for white women, right? And the way they see it like this is if they can get enough money, then they can get, the white woman, right? But then they come into North American society, European society, whatever, right? And they realize that, like, on the look side, they just can't make it happen. It's not in the cards for them. So they get angry, they get jaded. They realize when they look in the mirror, the best that they could do is date like ethnically in their own like religion, whatever. Like even if they step out of like the whatever like to date outside, most likely they're just gonna get a woman who's like been run through and shit. And like if you think I'm lying on that, uh, we have this famous rapper from Rexdale, uh, place I think around Jane and Finch or something. Uh, People are like, yo, how do you not know where Rexdale is? I thought you were like Torontonian. Like, shut the fuck up. You think I'm gonna go to every fucking ghetto ass place and shit? I went to pharmacy. I've seen enough. I've seen enough of this ghetto ass shit, man. It's probably some other ghetto places having, that can't even talk on, like fucking Hamilton. Fuck Hamilton. Fuck that place. But like for real, um, so, yeah, they're the OGs, the original, like, architects of take a plane and crash it into something. Actually, I think they had like a detonation device on it as well, but I think they also crashed, aforementioned, crash bomb the plane and all that shit. It's the way of the world, man. Like these people from very similar, like they share a bloodline with each other, and everyone wants to draw a line between them. Like I think Tommy Robinson is like he has his heart in the right place, but he's a fucking dumbass. Like dog, the reason why your British women get sexually assaulted is because you have one person whispering in your ear this bullshit, and you believe him, and then the other person you point the finger at. Well, behind your back, they're both plotting against you. Um, Let me just paint it out for you. See, in the UK, at least from what I see, like I haven't heard anything about the job market there and like whatever. All I know is they have a really serious problem with like the Islamic, the Pakistani, Punjabi, Sikh illegal immigration and all that shit, right? It was funny too. Like a bunch of them tried to jump the border into America, and then they complained that they had to take their turbans off. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like normal, it's standard procedure. You're a fucking criminal. And you're like trying to like come in a country illegally, and we gotta respect your fucking religion. Get the fuck out of here! Like literally, get the fuck out of here! And then they're like contacting America. America does not give a fuck. America doesn't give a fuck anymore. Okay? Do you understand what that means? This is what that means. You see President Trump and President Putin like almost smiling and laughing and joking. They're just like having the time of their motherfucking life. I don't know what Zelensky did to piss Trump off, but dog, white people are back. They're back. So initially, I bashed Putin for pulling a Trudeau for inviting all these Indian skilled workers. A million? Yeah, right, a million. More like 10. 10 and counting. 10 plus like their family members. Yeah, have fun, idiot. But and I thought to myself, well, you're gonna have a lot of problems and shit. Then I thought to myself, wait a minute. Doesn't India manufacture some of the fighter planes in Russia, like the Su-57? I think it's called the Pak-50. I don't know exactly the terminology of it. All I know is like it's the newest gen fighter plane, and India helps manufacture them. Mind you, they didn't engineer it; they designed it. Just to be clear. But like it's big ups to India, my guy. Pakistan wants to cuck out and be like America's ally all the time while simultaneously stabbing them in the back constantly. Meanwhile, India and Russia have designed a new fighter jet that can literally shoot down anything America has put in the sky. F-22 Raptor very much included. And it's newer than the Raptor too. It has better fuel capacity, flight ceiling, yada yada yada. You know how it is. So, when Putin invited those million or so skilled workers from India into his country, he's basically saying, yo, I've had enough. We've all had enough. These motherfuckers are praying in the streets. They're fucking, threatening our population, playing the fucking hot cold game. Hot, it's like, oh, we're gonna fucking pop off with a terrorist attack. Oh no, we're just innocent civilians. We just want life. Hot, cold, hot, cold. How much of this bullshit is everybody gonna put up with? America's had enough. Russia's probably had enough by now. Spain's had enough. Right? Japan has had enough. Japan's like expelling these people like crazy. It had this like guy that calling him the next like Japanese Hitler. He's like, yo, Japan for Japanese people. Like, what the fuck else is this supposed to be for? Like, how are you gonna go to Japan and pretend like that's your fucking land? Like, the thing that pisses me off about the Muslims is they think we want to come to this country, right? Fair, and then they want to bury the corpses in the land of Japan. And to that I say, yo, you have a perfectly good landfill to put them in. You don't need to be burying them in the land of Japan. They ain't your country, but that's the sickness. We're all afflicted by this. We all have to bite our tongue and hold our lips and pretend like this problem, which is very very obvious, wasn't there because under threat of death, under threat of unemployment, under threat of cancellation, all this bullshit created by the Muslims, created by the Sikhs, all for the sake of raping white women. Yes, I said it. I'll say it again. They wanted to make sure, right, and this is very much the case in Canada, that they are only going to give jobs to their own kind, to their own people, or people who are like, loyal to them, who like they can trust and like, whatever, right? And then disenfranchise everybody else so that when it comes to women, they'll get the pick. It's like a process of elimination. This is why these young people are getting violent. They're like, yo, why can't I get a job here? People half my age can't get a job in McDonald's. They can't get a job at like, anywhere. And you see like fucking lineups of these fucking retards coming through saying like, oh, I want to stay in your country. It's like, yo, get the fuck out. Nobody wants you here anymore. Nobody wants you here. Racism is back on the menu. This idea that I gotta be nice to these fucking races and shit. I gotta be nice to people. Oh, because you have the same skin color as me? You had the same skin color as me. Then you put skin lightener on your face, in your neck, and anywhere that like the light would darken your pigment, and now you're not as dark as me. You want racism? You got it. I'll give it to you. I've experienced racism my whole life. My whole life. I had this neighbor from Pakistan. Like, I barely knew the guy, but he always had something against. We were Guyanese, though. That's just weird, right? Like, he always had something against us, because, my family's Hindu, right? Turns out, his, like, life is so pathetic, so miserable and stuff, right? That he ended up, like, not only just, like, becoming a total and complete recluse, but also, like, just being hated by pretty much everybody. And when he moved out of his house, everybody in my block, like around his house specifically, threw a party. Get the fuck out. Nobody likes you, nobody wants you there. Like, I remember when I was like a little kid, used to play like baseball and stuff, and like then hit the ball over the fence. If it goes over his fence, it's always trouble. It's always trouble. Don't go into Jimmy's yard, this and that, yada yada yada. Racism is back. And don't get me started with the Sikhs. Oh man, the Sikhs, dude. You see them trucks? All those trucks? They're trying to smuggle in all these fucking things, trying to be like all gangster and stuff, trying to post off and stuff like, oh, whatever you think about why you can't get employment or why, life is so hard, remember this. The Muslims and the Sikhs want to disenfranchise you, meaning you don't make any money because you don't have a job, or you get canceled because you're racist or whatever, they don't like you, and then you get fired, or even worse, you end up working for them. You understand what I'm saying? And by disenfranchising you, they think in their head that will lead them towards the white women, the guri guri, specifically white women. Specifically white women. There's this like one case of this black lady who went to Pakistan, and she's like talking up a storm and all that shit. I jokingly, said like, "Yo, check it out! It's the queen, the prince, the what do you call it, Miss Pakistan." Everybody in the comments was just like bashing me and shit. Like, shut the fuck up. You dark skinned. I'm fucking tacky. You fucking retard ass inbred. What the fuck are you calling me dark skinned for? You fucking inbred retard. Yo, you can't. And yo, I think she left, and like I don't know where she went, like ended up and stuff. But it was just like, it was like a totally weird thing where like this desperate, horny ass guy who got his hands on the internet made a fatal error in his judgment. You see, it was like, he was browsing with like, one of his hands. And the other one was like, occupied. And before you know it, there's this beautiful queen from Brooklyn, the Bronx. Comes through, and nobody knows what to do with her and shit. Oh my goodness. And like, real talk, do you think that they would have not capitulated, copulated? I think that's. You think they would have had sex and had babies? Is what I'm saying, right? No, of course not, because she black. She even lied about saying she was like, whatever, right? She put paint on her face and tried to pass herself off as whatever. I'm like, whoa. Some of this is like partially your fault, but like, internet be like that, man. You getting catfished by some black lady posing as a white queen. Where's my guri guri? Oh, I got ripped off. Racism is back. Racism is back. Alright? And like, we all have to talk about the wonderful case of Jackie Judge. Jaskarn Judge. You can't judge me. Because it's like one of those Sikh things that they want to sweep under the rug. But it's like made international news. And like, think about it like this. There's this form of unity that the Sikhs have, where they kind of have a non-dissimilar persona. So they can very much blend in with each other. So like you can't really identify individuals in their set group because they're all, basically the fucking same. So yeah, I bring that up because it's like, imagine, right? They're all like this, and yet they want you to think that no, we're different. I'm not like this guy. I'm not like that guy. And like inbreeding is a thing. You're gonna share heredity. It's the behavioral patterns, the appearance, the mental deterioration due to inbreeding. It's all there. And it's like, I'm wondering what happened to his case, his court case. You're not hearing anything about that. I'm trying to keep quiet about it, but they are very, very proud of their, grooming ways. The truth is, if the Sikhs didn't participate in the grooming gangs, this problem would have been solved, decades ago. But because they did, and people were scared to be called racist, here we are today. Anyways, take care, and beware